There's a very popular case that happened all over the news. A member of parliament was shot right outside Nation Center. One guy, as in according to the narrative we saw, one guy came and cleared all his bodyguards plus the guy. All the bodyguards plus the guy. As an expert, when you see such a story, what is your first impression? Like one guy, and I'm assuming one gun. Like it's like, okay, sorry, I don't know how this sounds, but it's like, how fast can someone be for the body? It was, they were shocked. It's like they were queuing for being shot. Like this guy, I'm next. Then, like, how fast can someone be?
Very fast. And I think it's lack of awareness sometimes. I'll say this. People confuse that when you have, for example, a firearm, because most of the people, they will take like a police officer or anybody in the service that, I need your protection because you have an AK or whatever it is, you'll provide close protection services to me. Or even in the private sector, you have those who are licensed. And then somebody will approach you and say, I would like you to provide me services and I'll pay you this much. Now, there's a difference between owning and carrying a firearm and knowing how to use it when, now things get out of hand. Yes. Very, very different. So you'd find that maybe it's somebody who has a firearm. I've taken them to be part of my close protection team. Something happens, they are very busy, wanakula njugu, wakingoja mkubwa, whatever it is. Before you know it, risasi ndio hizo. Even you are shocked because, one, if you've never shot in your entire life, or most of the guys, they've not had the experience of going out there to the range and exercising or training how to shoot, it will shock you. We've seen people who try to shoot for the first time in their lives. They even,
Yes.
Yeah, so awareness. I think it's lack of awareness.
Okay.
We need awareness of our environment to know what is happening around us. And if you're in a place like this, I would assume at that time you are off your phones at all times, because when you're out, you're not looking at your phone, then you can have awareness of your environment. But most of us in the close protection industry in Kenya will find them in the vehicles. They've escorted their principal, or their principal is inside the vehicle, and they're busy. As they are waiting for further instruction, everybody is on the phone. So thereby you will not be aware of whatever is happening around you. Before you know it, any malicious person or suspicious person will come and do whatever they have to do.
Okay. Two things that I've realized you criticize so much, Bonsas, you have addressed. Na mtu anakula njugu in a dangerous situation. Is it a close protection thing? Because
no, you see
mtu anakula njugu in a dangerous situation.
No. See here, you see the thing is while you're at work, and this applies anywhere in security, I guess, you have to focus on your duty. Because if you're not vigilant, then utapitwa na wakati tu.
Okay.
Some of us, when you're on the phone, who tells you that mwizi atakuja kuangalia and then aseme, okay. They'll just jump in, and because you're a threat to me, say if I don't own a firearm or something like that, I have a panga, a machete, or a knife, I'll come and stab you as fast as possible, because I have to neutralize the threat, who's a security officer, before I reach my my principal in this case. So that's why I'm saying when you're on duty, you have to be focused, you have to be alert.
Okay.
You have to be fit as well. You can't just be,
So that's the explanation that will go in that situation. Like this guy knew the threat of, he has armed guards, and so now it becomes a question of how do you deal with that first.
So first of all, you said that it happened right outside this premise.
At the security light near Nation Center, yes.
So what you need to know is, first of all, to mitigate, that's, I'm sorry it happened that way, but to mitigate that, what Cleven has mentioned about situational awareness is key. Then positioning of yourself as the principal and, positioning of the protection detail is also paramount. So you'll find places where the formations will have to change. If at all you had close protection operatives, then the formations have to change. You've seen principals somewhat sandwiched between the, in a diamond shape.
Yes.
You've seen them having one person behind them, but in the real sense, that is not one person. So what they did as a close protection, I'm assuming that all of them were there. So they made themselves an easy target.
Okay.
Yeah. So the most complex thing is in how to manage. There's something I always talk about, like crime prevention through environmental design. So it's called SIPTED. You can apply SIPTED in many things. SIPTED can come even into close protection. You've gauged the environment and you've seen, okay, in this particular place, like now outside Nation Center, how many close protection operatives will I need to be very close to me? How many will I need as the advance party? Then what are my options when it, because it's, you know, a dignitary like that probably has the machinery and the finance to do that. So all those factors have to come in. So you apply the necessary, you know, approach in the layout and the design of your security close protection operatives. Probably badala ya wote kuenda, ungekuta probably moja tu, the principal would have been saved. So you blend in, you prevent crime through how you manage the environment.